finding these top people when you were hiring?
I don't know, intuition, I guess, and luck. I had some luck too. I had a guy one time absolutely insisted that I see him for a job. I said, I don't have time. I said, I wanted to finish here in town, and he turned out to be one of the best. And I just had a hunch that he is, I don't know, I could just almost tell who's going to make it.
So you had some gut instinct. Now you're legendary in NFIB, for those that know you, for being a pioneer in putting women in the field force. Can you share a little bit about what was going on there and how you, at what time of our history was that happening, and what you saw in that strategy?
Well, you see, what happened, we were not allowed to hire women because Mr. Harder felt that it could have been dangerous to a woman, and he felt that men would be more suitable to do this kind of work. But the city of Buffalo used to be extremely difficult for anybody to survive in Buffalo. And I hired this Polish lady. She was a very determined, always wore a hat, always dressed to kill. But she was so tough, nobody gave her a no. And she just keep plugging it. And I asked Mr. I first asked Mr. Harder, could I hire a woman? He said, well, I'll give it a try. So I hired this lady. She was the only one that survived for many, many, many years in the city of Buffalo.
Man or woman? Man or woman?
Man or woman.
Yeah.
And then I started hiring others that came by, and then I ended up, my division was usually about half and half men. But I have very steady, I had very few people quit. Because the one thing that I always watched, I wanted to have everybody a territory that they knew that they're going to make big money, not today only, but a year from now also. Like if I had to make a change, let's say Fikert, Fikert was the top producer. He had a certain territory, and I had to make a switch with another guy. So I called both of them together. We had lunch or dinner or something. I said, now Fikert, would it be all right if we do this, and I move you here? How about you, John Whittleton? How about if you go here? I said, fine. Everybody was happy, see?
So you worked it out with him.
My people were making big money. I had a probably profitable division for NFIB because they didn't have to spend money on hiring campaigns.
Talk about the territories and the career aspect for people. What was the career potential for a rep, and what was the key in you making them successful, helping them become successful?
Well, you know the one thing that I have always wanted to do is to involve the wives or the spouses, husbands or wives, because they have to know what he or she is doing. And by involving them is have them understand what the federation is, take them out to dinner and pat the guy on the shoulder and tell them about the advantages of NFIB and have them make money. You see, so if you involve the spouse and you have a bad week, which everybody has bad weeks sometimes, the spouse said, well, okay, it's going to be good next. My wife is a very nice lady, and she always was very, very involved with NFIB. And I said, you know, what I want to say, you need perseverance, patience, enjoy it, and so on. And she says, and tell them not to take Monday off.
Why?
If you have a doctor's appointment, try to get it Thursday or Friday, because you're better off to get a good start, makes you feel good. I said, oh, I already have 4 or 5 sales, and it's only Tuesday.
And your wife said that?
No, no, my wife says, tell them not to take Monday off.
Why was involving the spouse so important? And why?
Well, because she can encourage the spouse to do more, or not quit, or get over bad times. I don't know. I think it's important for the spouses. I've always involved spouses in.
I want to go back to the hiring a little bit. Your children have worked for NFIB.
You better believe it.
So,
one day, a neighbor says she's bringing all kinds of papers here to us. She took some of my NFIB material, started handing it out around the neighborhood. But anyway, my son went to work for NFIB, and he attended the university at one time. He stayed for almost 5 years.
mm-hmm.
And my daughter, Anne-Marie, she's married. She's got 2 children, and they're very affluent. My husband is a builder. They've got a beautiful home over there in Chester. But she's got 2 children going to school from 9 to 5. And she's the kind of a person that can sit still. She's got to do something. So here about 3 or 4 years ago, she said, Dad, could you have NFIB hire me as a part-time? And I had an awful time for them to approve.
Mm-hmm.
She turned out to be very good.
Very good. She did a very good job for us.
She did a very good.
So,
but I was very fortunate that I was able to hire good people. In fact, Mr. Harder had a nickname for me. I was a kingmaker, because I had several of my people that ended up in management too.